family and friends from near and far, back for another podcast tonight. My name is Jake Wild, alongside my co-host,
Alex Dempsey. I think we've gotten rid of the co-pilot, have we?
I think we might have just by.
Oh, that's so sad. I
It's
enjoyed
disappointing.
that.
You know what? Alongside my co-pilot,
Alex Dempsey, let's do it. Okay. And today we have a very special guest. Please introduce yourself.
yes,
Sofia Giamartino. How we doing, guys?
we're doing
Doing
great.
well.
Doing better now that we get to see
Exactly.
you. So.
I know.
There you go.
Yes.
You know, you are the second person from our Spanish class to be on this podcast.
Wow, Amanda was the first, right?
Amanda was the first,
There
and you are the
Look
second.
at that.
Look, you'd
Look at that.
expect
You got
more
the right
people.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we're the only two that you need.
Exactly. You know what? It's the Spanish class has got to stay together. We got to stick together
I know,
through
we
these
do.
tough times. We could do a
It's-
Spanish class podcast with everyone.
You
That'd
gotta
be
get
so many
Senor on
people.
here.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, we need Senor. I want Senor.
Wait,
Um,
Dempsey, were you on the Zoom?
No,
with
I was
Connor
not.
the
No, I
other
was
day?
not.
Dempsey
So-
decided
It was
to
too
sleep
early.
in.
I slept past it and I was like, oh.
No, so we were all on there, and Senor goes, "Hola, Jake and Jack, only two people." Shouts
Oh
out.
yeah.
Why did you do that? Oh, not Jake, Jack. And then, of course, Jack had like a full conversation with him.
Classic. If only Mark was there, that would have really sealed it.
Yeah,
Oh my
really.
God.
Yeah.
Totally. So if we kind of usually always start off asking the same question, just pretty basic, but important, I think, to ask right now is, how are you feeling? How are you getting through this quarantine?
I'm doing all right. I mean, what are we going into week 9, right? So it's been a
Yeah.
while,
Damn.
but
Wow. Oh my
but
God.
it's just been a good time to kind of like do things with my family a little bit more.
Yeah.
Totally.
I've been doing things like wouldn't normally do. Like I play basketball all the time now.
That's
That's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, I miss
Baller.
sports obviously.
Yeah,
I miss sports obviously, but do what you got to do. Kind of
totally.
get through it a little bit. But
Yeah.
it's all right.
I think it's always like in these times, like just like I think about like a school break or something. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm always more athletic than I am like normally. Like I'll play football with my brother.
Yeah.
Like it's just nice to be able to like you kind of forget about it for a little bit once you're doing that.
Yeah, I
Every
mean,
afternoon I
Yes,
go
Dempsey.
outside and no, every afternoon I go outside with my dad and my brother and we like throw the frisbee around. We
Oh, do you? I've never
Yeah.
heard about
Throw
this.
the frisbee.
throw the frisbee
Look
around.
at
We
you.
have a nice little catch with the three of us, and it's
The
our
Dempseys are
male bonding
the
experience.
Dempseys are a frisbee family. If
Yeah,
I've ever
we
known
are
one.
100%.
My dad did ultimate frisbee in college.
That's
He
that's
did some intramural
I want to try
You
doing
should.
ultimate frisbee at some point.
for
you
sure.
totally should. So, Soph, do you feel like playing basketball and doing this is unfortunately filling that void of missing softball and like your senior season?
Yeah.
Yes and no. Obviously, just it being a totally different sport,
Right.
it's more of just kind of a pastime, just something for me to go
Mhm.
outside for like an hour and just get out of my house instead of just sitting around. I mean,
Totally.
I also have a net and like I have my gear with me, so I'm
Mhm.
hitting, I'm throwing with my
Yeah.
dad. So I'm still able to do it, but it's definitely hard not being able to play for sure.
Right. Is it more hard because it's the community that you love so much? It's the team.
Yeah, I mean, we coming in the season, we knew we had a pretty good team. We got a couple new freshmen who some of us had played with before when we were
Mhm.
younger, and we kind of started building a good team atmosphere this year
Right.
from the beginning, which is not something we necessarily had last year so
Yeah.
much. So kind of I think we had like tryouts for 3 days, and then it was kind of like, just kidding, season's
Right.
on
Yeah.
pause. So I guess it would have been nice to get a couple games in, but I think it would have made it a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Once all
Totally.
said and done.
I
Mhm.
mean, like, what are you gonna do? Like with softball, what is there any plan for anything?
I don't think there's anything planned. I mean, you can't really do anything, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, like after everything's over, is there anything you want to do with the team or
I think
anything?
I think our coach was having us do like team pictures either this week or next week.
It's nice.
So like for seniors, that's kind of nice. I know there's 4 of us, me, Abby, Sydney, and Nikki, were kind of planning on maybe when the quarantine's lifted, we go to the dugout and we kind of like paint our names or something, like where
Sweet.
we hang our
Aw.
bags, just kind of do a little something before we leave. But
Yeah.
our coach had like a Google Meet or a Zoom he wanted to do with us. He had
Mm-hmm.
something planned. We don't really know what yet though. So
That's good though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely really nice. So you are quite the athlete. So why don't we talk
Right.
about that for a little? You want to talk about you want to talk about a normal, the three, you're a 2-season varsity athlete.
2 season, yeah.
yeah.
So your other sport being volleyball.
Volleyball.
You want to tell us a little bit about that and how that's different from softball? I mean, you got your senior season for that.
Yeah, which I think is
Nice.
good at
Definitely
that
is.
extent.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like it's definitely different just because I have played softball since I was younger. I mean, Jake and I played baseball together. So, volleyball was something I
That's
kind of picked up
adorable.
freshman year. Yeah, some good pictures. But volleyball was something I picked up freshman year. And I just kind of loved it. And obviously getting the senior season and the season that we had was really, really nice. We kind of went out. Obviously, we didn't win the finals, but kind of
Yeah.
getting there and being, I think, the third team under
Mhm.
Coach Christian was really, really cool. And I'm going to miss it, kind of wish we could start over, I
Yeah.
guess, and just
Yeah.
kind of go back and redo it. But it's definitely a different atmosphere just because
Mhm.
you're inside a gym and it's just kind of a whole different mindset. Like there's still
Yeah.
a team sport, but softball's a little bit more individual because when you're up at the plate, there's no one else kind of helping you.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
kind of just you and the
All
pitcher.
front and center, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do
Yeah,
you
so it's definitely different.
do you feel this like competitive drive or this competitive force that's driving you forward? Do you feel like you feel that from within, or do you feel like you're finding that in other people?
I've always been competitive, so like I've always had that kind of inside me,
Yeah.
and that's something I used to
You've kicked
not
my
only
butt
drive myself.
in some sports.
Yeah.
We've been I feel like we've been in the same gym class forever. Are we
Yeah,
in the same gym class this year? Yeah.
I thought you guys were referring to Yogi Ball.
Well, Yogi Ball
No,
too.
we were in the same freshman year. No,
Junior
junior year. We were in
with
the same class.
Peter.
Oh, with Peter, yes, of course. Before he took a step down as chem teacher.
Oh, that was
Oh,
yeah, okay. And then sophomore year, no.
No,
Were you in my Tuardi class?
no, I had Gulick, but I
Mm,
don't know if we had it in the same time though. I had like third period or something.
gotcha.
But yeah, no,
Yeah, but
so
I
like, sorry,
definitely
Jake, what you
there's
saying?
definitely yeah. There's definitely like I feel like I've seen with you there's some sort of competitive spirit that not everybody has.
yeah.
Is that why you love to play all these sports? You feel like something that like a fire inside you that you want to like
Yeah.
unleash, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that I think comes from just like I'm small, so like I've always like felt like I've had something to prove, I guess, like in that sense,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
when I'm like, especially in a sport like volleyball, you don't really see a lot of kids who are 5 feet tall.
totally.
So I think like the competitiveness is just
Yeah.
not only like bettering myself and like bettering others, but it's just kind of like proving something. I
Proving
think a
yourself.
little
Right.
bit
Yeah.
more than anything.
It's
Yeah.
like you started with like a chip on your shoulder
Yeah,
and like
Yeah,
exactly.
and
you
you
feel
need
like you
to
need to. Yeah. I
just
think
make
we all
yourself known.
I think we all feel that in some way. And I
Yeah.
guess whatever like whatever you're like for me and Dempsey, I guess, like right, we might not be varsity athletes, but
No.
I guess like I remember like in middle school, like I never really felt like comfortable to sing or whatever. And
No.
like I guess that was like our chip on our shoulders that we did it in high school and we wanted to achieve at the highest level that we
Yeah.
could. Yeah,
No, yeah,
Like
I
working
totally
hard
get
at that.
that
Yeah.
for sure.
totally. So we had Jamie and Zach on last
Yeah.
night.
Having
And
like all these mentors on all at once.
we talked a little bit about the mentor experience. Do you want to share a little bit about your mentor experience?
Yeah. So obviously Teo is my partner.
Actually, we're supposed to have Teo on tomorrow.
Teo's on tomorrow.
Really? That's pretty funny. There you go. No, yeah, I think it was just like one of those things. Obviously, you both kind of went through it too, but it's just one
Yeah.
of those things where you kind of go in not knowing what to expect. And I think like by the end of it, it's kind of just like one of those things where you just like feel something for the kids. And, obviously it's kind of hard because we don't have the whole year to kind of see them in the hallway and kind of see them go through
Yeah.
the entirety of their freshman year, but definitely those like 6 months or however, or was it
Yeah.
like 4 months that it was. It was definitely really
Yeah.
cool to kind of just like see the change because you kind of learn something from them. You got to be patient. Obviously, they don't like to talk in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you kind of at the end you kind of get them to open up a little bit more, which is definitely really cool. And obviously there's Yogi Ball. I mean, who doesn't love Yogi Ball?
It's
We
fun.
got to play in the finals for Mr. Allen, which is really cool after his accident. So that
Right.
was kind of a big
Yeah.
thing
That
for us
was.
getting there.
Yeah.
Totally.
I was gonna
Francine?
ask, kind of going back on the mentor experience. What do you think was the most impactful moment for you? Like those 6 months.
I think the biggest part was after Alan's accident when Miss Croak kind of came in
Yeah.
and the kids didn't really understand at first why Miss Croak was there. So like we had to kind of sit them down and explain it to them. But just the way they kind of respected Miss Croak, obviously it's kind of hard
Yeah.
when they kind of you have. I think everyone has respect for Mr. Allen and like who he is as a person, and so like just the way they kind of came into their own and listened to Miss Croak and respected her and even like came together. And we saw that with Yogi Ball. We weren't doing too well in the beginning. And
Yeah.
then we were able to kind of rally around it, and it became just like one of those things that
Yeah.
kind of made us better, which was really, really cool to see.
Funny enough is that I had Al in my freshman year, and Yogi Ball at first we did horrible, and then
Yeah.
we ended up winning the championship against Jake.
Yeah, that was so funny thing is I was in Naughton and you guys beat us 1-0. And if you didn't beat us and we had won, or if we had tied, we would have made the playoffs instead of you guys.
Yeah, we were like so close to making the playoffs, and like we didn't know if we were going to, and then when we did, we were like, oh yes, and then we won by like some stroke of luck, and I don't know, I thought it was awesome how we turned it around 3 years ago.
No,
It's
yeah,
awesome.
it would have been
Yeah.
nice to win. I mean, like I'm just glad like Keely didn't win. Like I didn't want them to
Yeah,
go back to back. But
totally. Um, so something I wanted to ask you, which I've also asked like a lot of people, is kind of um, do you feel like there's something that you've always wanted to do that you're now able to do more because you're stuck at home? Is there something that you feel like it doesn't even have to be something that like learning how to do something new, maybe just even just if it's just like spending more time with family, something like that?
yes, like my like part of my family is really artistic. Like they're just able to draw. So I guess like in my free time now, I'm just kind of like doodling, and
Yeah,
it's kind of turning out
That's
pretty well.
cool.
Like when I'm
it's
bored, I
awesome.
just kind of draw some stuff. I did something for like Northeastern just when I was bored.
Oh, I saw
It's
that.
awesome.
That looked
Wait, was that on
cool.
your that was on
No,
your
no, no. The
Instagram?
one on my no, that was my friend made
Oh,
that one.
Oh, okay.
I have something in my room though. Like I
Uh,
drew when I was bored. No, yeah, my friend made that.
that's
She's
great.
charging $15 for him.
that's cool. Did you paint the thing behind you or no?
I did paint the thing behind me. This was in
When
like seventh
Wow, that
grade
looks
though.
sick.
when
Thank
did you do
you.
that?
Oh, so I was kind of joking. I
It
didn't.
was
That looks cool.
thank you. No, it was Caroline's birthday, I want to
It's
say,
awesome.
a couple years ago, and we went to Muse in Mount Kisco.
Oh, that's
We did
cool.
like
That place is
we
fun.
did the painting, so yeah.
Oh, that's
It's great.
sick.
Yeah, thank you.
Totally. So, I mean, yeah. Do you feel like that's something that you'll um sorry, my dad's home. Do you feel like
Oh
that's
yeah,
something that
I'm Mr.
you'll
Wild.
do you feel like that's something that you'll carry with
Oh,
you now
you
into
made a
the future?
cameo
Now as you
appearance.
yeah, he's
I
over
saw
there
that in the
just
back.
making noise. It's fine. um, so do you feel like right now I'm all thrown off. Do you feel like drawing something that now you'll be able to bring back into your life and maybe give yourself more time to do that on a regular basis once we start to emerge from all this craziness?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I mean, I've always enjoyed doing it. I just never have had the time between
Right.
sports and school and all
Yeah.
that. And obviously now that I have a full 24 hours in a day to do
Totally.
stuff,
Yeah.
I definitely think that I'll kind of try and get
Yeah.
time in there
Yeah.
to draw.
I think that we all are starting to it's starting to become more clear how we procrastinate and
Yeah.
what our problems are. I was thinking about this today, and I was talking to someone about this today. It's like right, it's like I'll say to myself that I'm going to do something because I have the whole day to do it. I have nothing
Yeah.
else that I'm going to do. Right? I'll say like I'm going to go work on a song today, and then every single little thing that gets in the way, even if it's unintentional or just like in my subconscious, it's a little procrastination that's blocking me from getting there. Have you noticed that a little bit with you?
No, yeah, I mean, I wake up at like 11:30, and
Right.
I mean, I try as
Solid
best
time.
I can to like do my work right there, because I know if like
I've
English
been
is
doing the
assigned
same.
on
Yep.
Monday and I wait till like Sunday night to turn it in,
Right,
it won't
right.
get done. So I try my best, like when the class releases
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
work, I try and get it done that day, and then
that's
I
good.
don't have to worry about it. Like Senor, when he releases on Friday, like I'll try and do it on Friday.
Yeah, I do
I'm
that.
not going to do it during the week or over
I
the
literally
weekend.
start Senor's work at like 2 p.m. the day it's due.
Yeah, I can't do it. I
And
won't
then
get
it's
it
like a
done.
race to get it done by 2:25.
Is it due
My
at 2:25? I don't even know what the
yeah,
time is.
my brother showed me shout out to Alex Yaloff. Alex Yaloff on his, I think it was his science assignment, submitted it at 11:59 p.m. It was due at midnight, and he commented in all caps at the buzzer.
I mean, hey, as long as you get it done, I don't really think they care.
It's very true.
I
How do
had
you
this
feel? Yeah,
Oh, I was gonna
Dempsey,
say
you
I
go.
had this huge procrastination problem today because I have like the AP Calc exam in like
Oh my
2
God,
days.
stop. Gov is on Monday. I'm not even.
Oh my God. And then I told myself, I went to bed last night at like 4 a.m. I'm like, okay, I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to do calc all day. I wake up at noon and I don't start calc until like 4 p.m. And then I still
and
do it, but like, I just feel bad to myself because I'm like, oh my God, I
you
like,
feel
I felt the
feel
day
like
just
such
passed away.
right. You feel like such crap because on a normal day you could be like, I had a busy day. I'm like if I
Exactly.
start my work, like if I have school and then theater till 6, I'll procrastinate a little, and I think that that's fine
Yeah.
because I've had such a busy day, and then
You have to get yourself a break and like,
the
yeah.
rationale is that it's been a long day. I want to give
Yeah.
myself a little break. Everything's a break now. Your whole life is
No,
a break.
yeah. No, I totally get. I
No
totally agree.
excuses. It's just so hard to motivate yourself. It's
No, with all
definitely
the
been a
APs,
huge issue.
I'm like trying to tell myself to like study and actually like fully study. The Gov exams on Monday, I literally started watching videos for review today. But like
Good.
obviously our
But
teachers like
still,
posting stuff like
yeah.
throughout the last couple of weeks, but it's like I can't like get myself to actually like open a book and read through the
Dempsey,
notes.
yeah. Dempsey,
Get
when's
ready.
Hug?
Hug is on
Come on,
Tuesday.
dude.
It's on Tuesday. I know that because that's right after calc. Because I
You go back to back.
have back-to-back Tuesday and Wednesday.
And
So
then
I
are
have
you
it on 2
done?
days. No, then I have Spanish. We have Spanish.
Spanish on the 22nd.
Oh right. Isn't
Spanish
that
is
like
just
the last exam?
yeah, pretty much. It's very far.
So it's kind of gets you right though that Spanish is just speaking.
I hate that. So
Nah,
love
so
that.
you're
It's
good at
so
it.
there's so much pressure. It's literally 15 minutes of just like high
It's
pressure, like listening and like
yeah,
doing
I
conversation
can't.
and this
Totally.
the presentation, the cultural comparison. Oh,
And the fact
La
that he has like
comparación.
a copy of our responses is just not. It's just not
Totally.
it. I can't.
He's gonna realize how many kids in class this year just used.
Google Translate.
well,
Yeah.
no, for all intents and purposes, we did not use Google
We
Translate
did
once
not.
this
No
year.
one.
No one.
No one
did.
in.
No
No one in
one.
our class. I can't speak on the other
No.
class.
Yeah, the other class, not so much. I don't know. They
Didn't
have some.
use Google Translate.
Didn't use.
No.
We
Why would we?
didn't look up
Come
the
on.
Quizlet for the homework
Totally.
packet and start reading the actual answers for to say excellent
Didn't
there
have
on it.
Didn't have a rude awakening when quarantine started that Spanish homework was a thing because you didn't do homework all year.
No.
Good times. Yeah. So, what was I going to ask you, Soph? I had a question for you. So you will be attending Northeastern
Eastern
next year.
University, great school.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, do you know what you're going to study yet?
I do. I'm studying criminal justice and psychology as a combined
That's
major.
cool.
So how did you know that you wanted to go into that? Seems it's really interesting, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it started in 8th grade. I had surgery over the winter break. So I was kind of out for a couple months, and I got into this show called Bones. It's not airing anymore, so I don't know if you've heard of it. But it's basically about an FBI agent and a forensic anthropologist. And so I was like, oh, FBI would be kind of cool. And then
Yeah.
Criminal Minds, I started binging that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, no, I want to work in the BAU. So that's where the kind of the psychology aspect came into it.
It's awesome.
So I've kind of known for a while that that's the route I want to take. And Northeastern had
Yeah.
the program, and so
That's really cool.
I mean, and Northeastern's awesome with the co-op program, and
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, I'm
it's definitely great.
excited.
I mean, I know we all applied there, and we can all.
We all
speak
got
to-
in. We all got in. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Really are in. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
All comes full circle.
But it's a great school, and
No, it
it's
is.
it's great with the co-op program. I think that it's definitely like
Yeah.
a different approach, but an awesome approach at it.
Yeah, I mean, my cousin went there. He's an engineer now, but he said it was a huge game changer for him in terms of like finding jobs, because you kind of already get that experience
Yeah.
that not all kids have. So I'm definitely excited for
Totally.
that. That should be
Yeah,
interesting.
it's great. That's great, especially because you're gonna have a leg up because you're already a hard worker. You're already someone that's gonna
Right.
Thank you.
yeah, of course. You're already
You're very
somebody
hard
that's gonna put the right foot forward, and you're
Mhm.
gonna make those connections, and it's gonna be great for you.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just psyched for hockey.
Yeah.
Dude, so
Colgate's been big in hockey too, so I need to.
Really?
I need to.
Maybe we play UW.
I think so. I know that Colgate has this huge rivalry with Cornell, and they
The
have
Bean
these.
Cup.
Of course.
Oh yes, the Bean Cup.
so
I think
No,
it's
the
gonna
bean
get
they
good.
might
pot.
play in
It's the
The
bean
bean
pot.
pot. The bean
Oh.
pot.
The bean pot. It's Harvard, BC, BU, and Northeastern. Northeastern's
It's
won the
awesome.
last 3 years.
Yes, they have.
Look at that.
So I wanted to ask you, in terms of like entertainment, keeping yourself busy, are there any TV shows you've been watching or movies
so-
that you've liked?
Well, for psych, we had to watch Good Will Hunting.
Yeah,
It's an amazing
I've already
movie.
seen the movie.
I've
a
not
couple
seen
times,
that
but
movie.
it's a
Dempsey.
great movie. I highly
I know.
recommend it. Dempsey. No, Dempsey.
Tonight.
Like, seriously,
I'll watch it
recommend
tonight. I'll watch it tonight.
No, it's an amazing
Actually,
movie.
watch that.
No, I will.
Um,
Okay, do it. Don't yell at me.
classic Spanish class all over again.
I
right
know.
there. What
Jake
else we got?
bullies me into oblivion, and then he walks
in
away.
English.
And then I walk away to my seat that's right next to you.
Well, I'm talking about like when I'm going to my locker, and then I'm like, "Hey, Jake, can you wait a second for me to go to my locker?" And then you keep
Dempsey,
walking.
Shut up.
And then there's radio silence on my end.
And you just keep
Don't
walking.
do Dempsey
and
like
then
that.
It does me so wrong there. And I
I'm
have
sorry.
to like run. I miss that though. As much as I
Oh,
hated
man.
that, I miss it. I would
Miss those
kill to just
times.
have like one more
Yep.
school day and just like really appreciate it, because I definitely did not appreciate my last day to the fullest. I'll be honest
What
with
was
you.
it? Friday the 13th, right? Like, how ironic.
Was it?
I think it was the
You know,
13th.
Soph, do you know who was the leader on the last day? It was me.
Was it you?
No,
It was
no,
supposed
I
to
thought
be
you
me.
were. No,
No, it was
wait.
supposed to be me. And then I was like, no,
Yeah, you
senor,
gave
I've done
me your-
it like
Wait, wasn't this the day
time already. And
before?
then
I
I
think
gave it
this
to
was
you.
the
Oh no,
day
I'm
before.
sorry. That was the
day
second
before,
last.
because that was my last day.
The last day was when Senor played music.
No, that
He
was still
played-
the second to
No,
last
the
day. That was
robot
still the second.
before.
Oh, the
No, you played.
robot.
No, Senor played Man's Not Hot. That was the second to last day, which
No,
I will
wait,
forever remember.
Why did
that
he
was.
play that?
I
Did
don't
Amanda
know.
tell him to play
I think
that?
Amanda. I
Yes.
think that's such an
'Cause
Amanda thing.
we
to
did
tell.
that with volleyball. No, that was like a big volleyball thing.
She's so weird, Amanda. She's
Amanda
watching this.
today. Did Amanda
Amanda's-
call you and was
Yes.
like,
No, you have to see mine. I'm like, my phone's right here under my chin, and I'm like, what do you want? And I was watching Grey's Anatomy because
Jesus.
season 16 came out on Netflix.
She called me and I was taking a nap, and I was like, "What?" And she's like, no, your light's off. I have to do this again. I was like, call me again.
And
My
she
light
goes,
was still
can you
off. I was
call
like,
me
what?
back?
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah,
call
can
you
you call
back?
me back? I was like,
Yeah, it was for
what?
TikTok. It's a TikTok.
No, I know.
thing.
She sent us the video, and I was like, what? I was so confused. She called me and was like, can I call you back? I was like, yeah. I'm in the middle of like cramming my calc work.
God, no.
Totally.
I couldn't
So
do
yeah.
calc.
So back to movies and
Yeah.
TV shows. Anything else you've been watching? Good Will Hunting's a great movie.
I
Have you
didn't
ever
see him
seen
in- What?
Have you ever seen the interview with him about Good Will Hunting? I think it was Matt Damon on Ellen, I think. No,
I've
either Ellen or
not.
Oprah. They were asking him about it, and he was like, honestly, like when we first made it, I would have sold it for a piece of chicken. He had like such little faith in it. I thought you guys would
So
like.
good.
I enjoy that analogy.
Yeah.
That's
So
funny.
what else? What else have you seen?
I'm rewatching Criminal Minds.
Okay.
Grey's Anatomy. I got through all 15 seasons. Now I'm on 16. Just came out on
Wow.
Netflix. Too Hot to Handle, of course.
I've not seen that.
I highly recommend.
Did you watch Outer Banks?
I have watched Outer
Oh,
Banks.
I watched like 20
you like
minutes
it?
of it. I
I
keep telling
loved
myself
it.
I need to
You gotta
watch it.
finish it.
I know I
I'm
need
so
to.
excited for season 2.
But now I don't
think
know
it's
what I'm
just-
gonna watch
you-
tonight. I don't know if I'm
what-
gonna do Good Will Hunting or if I'm gonna do Outer
Watch
Banks.
Good Will Hunting
No.
first.
Good
Watch
Will
Good Will
Hunting
Hunting.
Okay,
first.
okay.
Dempsey, you'd like Good Will Hunting. Do you know what it's about?
No, I have no idea.
Just watch it. Just go watch it.
Okay.
They go
I'll watch
hunting at Goodwill. Come on.
Yes, sure.
Um,
Is there a character named Will or no?
there is a character named
There is
Will,
a character named Will. Good for you, Dempsey.
and Sean is Sean is played by Robin Williams.
Yes, that's an
It's my
awesome role.
intuition.
Yeah. So if we'll close off, David Gold was on our podcast, and then
Goldie.
Goldie,
he
the man.
started his own, and I'm gonna keep shouting him out for this because
Yeah,
he asked
he's
us
awesome.
a great
saw that.
question. He's doing a great job with his podcast.
Yeah.
You guys should watch that. It's called Golden Conversations. Dempsey will link it below.
I'll link it below. We
Um,
gotta
it's
spread
right
the
down there.
love.
Support
Yeah,
Goldie.
right.
Yeah.
But also support
So-
us first. And...
They could be on the same plane of existence.
Okay. Co-planar.
Yes, one might say that. But Goldie asked us a question which really got me thinking, and then I really liked it, and I asked Zach and Jamie last night, when you leave Byram Hills and when you leave this, because it's a chapter of your life that you're leaving behind. When you leave this chapter behind, what do you want your legacy to be? And then what do you wish that people knew about you that they might not know about you just by seeing you on the outside as an everyday in school?
Ooh,
It's deep.
I guess. Yeah, good question, Goldie. I guess the legacy first.
Yep.
I guess I just like want to be remembered as like someone who obviously like works hard, but doesn't take everything too seriously.
Right.
You know, I tried to, I played 2 sports for the school, obviously being involved in the mentor program. So I've been pretty involved in the school, and I remember doing something with the SAIL kids in 8th. They came up to the high school one day.
Soph and I did
Yeah,
that.
Dempsey was with me.
Yeah.
And I think
We were
it was-
partners.
Where was I?
We did
We were.
we were partners.
And
Oh,
I think
you
Dempsey.
came in
Miss
late.
Thomas,
I was sick.
And then Miss Sodner asked where you were. I was like, oh, he's sick.
Yeah.
You
I
and
think
Pika
Sir
didn't show
Thomas
up.
said it, and he was like, he was asked a question, and he said he like knew who I was, and I had like never spoken to this kid before. I want to say it was Michael, and I think like that's just like something that really stuck with
Right.
me, and that's something
That's
that like
awesome.
I want to leave, like people knowing who I am, like not for anything bad, but just like for
Totally.
doing something good
Yeah.
and just being involved.
Totally.
And something people don't know about me. I'm kind of shy. Like I'm like an ambivert, I guess what they call it.
Yeah.
It's like I like having like I have a ton of friends. Like I talk to a lot of people. But I'm kind of like introverted in the sense that I like being alone. Like I'll sit in my room sometimes and just kind of like hang out. Play basketball by myself or like hit by myself. Like I kind of do things more internally than externally. Anything like that. So like a lot of people wouldn't necessarily like look at me and see that because I'm really loud. all the
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
But yeah,
totally. I think that's a great answer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Awesome.
it again shows just how much about a person you don't know, and like how much like you there's a lot you can know about a person, but there's a lot you're inevitably not going to know about
Yeah.
them. And
I mean,
yeah,
we've all known each other for what, like 13 years
right.
now, right?
Yeah.
How long
Yeah,
has it been? And I'm sure there's so many things that we all like don't know about each other because it's
Yeah.
kind of what you pick and choose to tell people, I guess, which is kind of
totally.
crazy.
100%.
Yeah.
It's a great way to end it.
Well,
Okay, so
I think it's a good way to end it.
we end off these
Oh,
podcasts.
yeah. Soph would appreciate the name of our podcast.
Oh,
I think.
Adios, senor.
Audio. So
Adios,
we
senores.
we end off the podcast by counting down and then saying adios, senor.
Alrighty, let's do
All
it.
So,
right.
Dempsey, why don't you take the lead?
I will. Okay.
So we do it.
Three,
Are you? What is it on like go or is it like after
3,
one?
2,
Like, are you
1.
specific
After
about
1.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
being specific about it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes. Thank you for
3,
clarifying.
2, 1.
Adios,
Adios,
senor.
senor.
senor.